Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're not just looking at a technological marvel, we're staring into a mirror reflecting our deepest values, our greatest fears, and the very future of human flourishing. We're talking about artificial intelligence, and specifically about the profound, sometimes terrifying, and utterly unavoidable moral questions that AI forces us to confront. This isn't just about what AI can do, but what it should do, what it ought to do. So, grab your thinking caps, perhaps a cup of lukewarm tea, because we're diving deep into the philosophical labyrinth of ethical AI. The new moral frontier, from can we to should we? For centuries, philosophy has grappled with questions of right and wrong, justice and human flourishing. These were often confined to human actions, human societies. But now, we have a new kind of actor entering the stage, the algorithm, the intelligent machine. Imagine a world where decisions that once required human judgment, complex, nuanced, morally loaded decisions, are handed over to lines of code. Picture a surgeon's assistant recommending a risky procedure, a judge's AI suggesting a sentence, or a military drone identifying a target. The engineering question, can we build it, has been answered with a resounding yes. The urgent philosophical question now becomes, should we? And if so, how? This shift isn't just technical, it's a fundamental reimagining of our ethical landscape. 2. The problem of bias, echoes of injustice amplified. One of the most immediate and visceral ethical challenges in AI is bias. We often hear that AI learns from data, but what if that data is inherently unfair? Imagine an AI used for hiring that consistently favors male candidates for leadership roles, not because it's programmed to, but because it learned from decades of hiring data where men historically dominated those positions. Picture a predictive policing AI that directs resources disproportionately to certain neighborhoods, simply because those areas have higher recorded crime rates, which themselves might be a product of biased policing in the past. The philosophical problem here is one of justice. Is an AI truly fair if it accurately reflects an unjust reality? What does it mean for an algorithm to be impartial when the world it learns from is anything but? We're not just debugging code, we're confronting systemic injustice encoded in the digital fabric, forcing us to ask, whose values are we building into our machines? 3. Autonomy and control. Who is the moral agent? As AI gains more autonomy, the question of control and responsibility becomes paramount. Consider the trolley problem for autonomous vehicles, a runaway car, unavoidable crash. Does it prioritize the single pedestrian or the two occupants? Now scale that up. Imagine an AI managing a power grid during a crisis, deciding which neighborhoods get power and which don't. Or an AI managing complex financial markets, making trades that could trigger global instability. The core philosophical dilemma is agency. When an AI makes a harmful decision, who is the moral agent? Is it the programmer, the company, the end user, or some emergent property of the AI itself? How do we assign accountability in a chain of complex interactions? We are creating systems that can act independently, but without a clear framework for moral responsibility, we risk a dangerous vacuum of blame when things go wrong. 4. Privacy and power. The digital panopticon's dream AI thrives on data, and the collection and analysis of this data plunge us deep into philosophical questions about privacy and power. Imagine a world where every public movement, every purchase, every interaction, every physiological response is being captured, processed, and understood by AI. Picture an AI system that can infer your mood, your political leanings, your health conditions simply from your online behavior or even your facial expressions in public spaces. The philosophical worry here echoes Foucault's concept of the panopticon, a system of pervasive surveillance that instills self-censorship and control, even if unseen. Who holds the keys to this vast sea of information? What are the limits to data collection, and who gets to decide those limits? Is true privacy even possible in an AI-driven world? And if not, what does that mean for our freedom, our individuality, and our capacity for dissent? 5. The human condition, redefining our purpose. Perhaps the most existential moral questions arise as AI begins to mimic and even surpass human capabilities in areas we once considered uniquely our own: creativity, problem-solving, even companionship. Imagine AI generating art, composing music, writing compelling narratives, or even serving as advanced therapists. Picture jobs once thought exclusively human, now performed by machines. The philosophical challenge is profound. What does it mean to be human in an age of artificial intelligence? If AI can paint masterpieces or offer comfort, what then is our unique purpose, our inherent value? This isn't just about job displacement, it's about our very human dignity and identity. How do we ensure that AI enhances human flourishing rather than diminishes our sense of worth or replaces the richness of human connection? 6. Building ethical AI. Not a bug, but a feature. So, where do we go from here? The answer isn't to stop AI, but to embed ethics into its very foundation, not as an afterthought, but as a core design principle. This requires applying diverse philosophical frameworks. Should we adopt a consequentialist approach, aiming for AI that maximizes overall good, even if it means sacrificing individual rights in rare cases? Or a deontological approach, programming AI to strictly adhere to moral duties and rules, regardless of outcome? Perhaps a virtue ethics approach, fostering AI development that cultivates desired moral traits in both the systems and their creators. This isn't just for engineers or ethicists. It requires a collective societal conversation involving policymakers, philosophers, scientists, and the public. Ethical AI is not a technical patch, it's a societal choice. Conclusion. The moral questions surrounding AI are vast, complex, and urgent. They cut across issues of justice, privacy, power, responsibility, and the very essence of what it means to be human. Ignoring them is not an option. By actively engaging with these philosophical challenges, by building ethical considerations into every layer of AI development and deployment, we have the power to shape a future where artificial intelligence truly serves humanity, enhancing our lives rather than inadvertently undermining our values or our very being. Outro. So, what are your thoughts on these ethical dilemmas? Which AI moral question keeps you up at night? Or perhaps you have a philosophical framework you believe is best suited to guide AI. Share your perspectives and insights in the comments below. Let's continue this vital conversation. Don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to Philosophy Tube for more explorations into the big questions of our time. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep thinking.